Good evening, peoples. Good evening, peoples. Good evening, peoples. What's going on? It's the almighty DJ CJ Flash back with another episode, a brand new live episode of I Remember That Song. And just a minute, we're going to bring on all of our guests. It's a great show tonight. Please stay tuned. Tell a friend. Make sure you log on. We're on all the platforms that you desire. And we're going to have a lot of fun with a lot of music, a lot of stories, a lot of laughter. It's going to be a fun show. So please gather your friends. Gather around the TV set like we used to, or the computer. How about that? And let's have some fun. Joining us right now is our host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jerry Dove.
Everything he said is true. Everything he said is true. CJ, what's going on, brother?
Hey, brother, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, man. Feeling really good. Can't get this glare off my sunglasses. I mean, my glasses, but
that hat is cracking.
You like that?
I like that.
I'm having a bad hair day, so I thought I'd put something on the dome, you know? It happens. It happens. So look, tonight, back by popular demand, we're going to do the Bay Area's finest, Next Now Forever Part 2. You ready for that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let me get my friends in here to help us out.
Yeah.
Bring in the show.
All right.
Bring in the show. There we go. What's up, folks?
Hey.
Emily.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we're going to try that.
Get it wrong every time. High five.
It's really weird to do that.
High five.
Hey.
I'm with you. Right here.
Well, let me just introduce you. Let's just introduce you. Okay, now you're slapping CJ upside the head there like that. We're just going to go into the bottom left-hand corner. He's just taking a sip of something. Big Russ, one half of the world famous, been doing music in the Bay Area for well over 25 years. Been on this show from day one. I really appreciate that. What's up, Russ? How you feeling?
What's going on, brother? How are you, man?
Man, I'm good. Is that your Latigre?
It is. Yeah, no, well, at my size, it's a full-scale alligator on my tail. He said La Tigre.
Flashback to my Miller's Outpost days, man. My Miller's Outpost days.
Okay. Oshkosh bagosh here.
Next person that I want to talk to is Tracy Anderson. She is the CEO of Plush Life Media. She runs the board for this show. She's going to make us all look good. How you doing, Trace?
I'm doing excellent. Ready for the holidays. I'm ready for the holidays. Little peach cobbler, you know what I mean? Big girl like to eat.
Oh, peach cobbler, what's up?
Oh, she's gonna be burning. Oh yes, she's gonna.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about that. Up in the right hand corner, there's Ryan Nicole wearing the orange and navy blue head wrap, looking delicious there, Ryan. I like that.
East Oakland, thank you. East Oakland mood head wrap. You feel me? East Oakland Wakanda forever.
Okay. Should I ask you what that means or what? You know.
No, I'm making it up on the spot.
Okay. There you go. Then just roll with it.
What's good?
I'm doing good. A lot of your friends on the show tonight.
I know. I can't wait. All my buddies. I know.
That's right.
Yay.
So let's get over to CJ Flash. He's the music director, and he's the other half of the world famous. Been doing music for over 30 years. He's an ex B-boy. He's a vegan. He's
ex. You never. Ex.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. My bad. He's a B-boy, and he got all kind of things on his resume. How you doing, CJ?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. How you?
I am fantastic, man. I'm fantastic. Like I said, it's back by popular demand. We did the first edition of the Bay Area's Finest back in October.
Yeah.
Had about 7 people kick that off, and we knew we're right in the middle, but we knew this is not going to be nearly enough. We got to go to part 2, part 3. So we got about half a dozen people lined up tonight. I hope that people have been checking that out on Facebook so you know who the guests are. Last time I said it on the show in advance, you guys fussed at me for spoiling the surprise, but so I would take them one at a time. So with that said, let's kick off the video for our very first guest.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way back from the world tour, Dee Simon, Ryan Nicole, and Silky. Dee Simon featuring the Diamonds. Put your hands together right now.
I don't care where I go, what city I'm in. It's always somebody out there telling me who got it, who he is, he the one, and that they just can't leave him alone. And I know what you're talking about. There's always somebody out there that you just can't leave alone. I can't leave him alone. No matter how hard I try, I can't leave him alone. He's so fine. Cause anything that good can't be good for you. Sometimes things are just best left alone. Cause this addiction's gonna get you. His love so good it's gotta be wrong. The way he says my name, I never heard it that way. The way he says my name, I never heard it that way. He lights my sugar, he says it's sweet. I get a pain every time he leaves. I can't leave him alone. Can't leave him alone. No matter how hard I try, I can't leave him alone. He's so fine.
Yeah, get me dancing like that. Get me dancing. I'm Philip Michael Thomas, or whatever his name is. Dee Dee Simon is an award-winning singer, songwriter, producer who has her own Facebook Live show. It's called Dee Dee's House. Check that out. That was Can't Leave Him Alone with Ryan and Cole. Bring in Dee Dee Simon. Let's say hello to this young lady. Dee Dee Simon, the truth.
The truth.
Okay, wait a minute. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Dee Dee's making an intro.
You there?
Oh, technology.
There
she go.
There's a pretty lady.
There she is. Dee Dee, you there?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Oh my goodness, we're froze.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking. We're gonna figure this out. How are you, girl?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm really very well. Throw your voice for
it. Let's try this again. So, all right, so Ryan,
yes.
Why don't you start us out by telling us your part in that video? How'd you get in there?
I'll tell you about Dee Dee. Dee Dee Simon and I have been working together for a couple years with the Girl 6 project. And she called me and my girl Silky, our mutual friend, and asked us to feature in that video. And it's a banger, right? Like that's the jam. Yes. We had fun. We did a kind of a 1950s throwback video. You got to see the whole thing. You got to check it out. Dee Dee's brilliant.
It's beautiful. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Dee Dee, so whenever you can hear us, Dee Dee, you start talking so we know that you're with us. Not yet. Well, I'll tell you, I've known Dee Dee for a long time too. Back when I was at KBLX, Dee Dee was the winner of the Steve Harvey Best Singer Award and the Best Singer in the Country Award in Vegas. We went there for the Steve Harvey Award. So
yes, I did. Yeah. I was so happy.
Known her ever since then. She's a talented person, and I love her to death. And I really hope we get this squared away. So that
I love you too, Jerry.
You know what's so good about it is I can't even tell who's moving their lips as doing that, man. I don't know if that's TJ Russell or Tracy. I don't know who that is.
No, that's him.
I don't know who that is.
The time while she's getting her her connection together is to shout out some of our viewers.
Yes, go ahead.
We definitely want everyone to let us know what city you are viewing from. I know we have people in the ATL. We have people in Detroit. We have all kind of different people. They are viewing us not only here on Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Donna, who's always here. We have Sylvia, who's viewing us from YouTube, which is really, really dope. Shout out to Antoinette. Shout out to Brian. We see you out there. Roy, we see you out there. Kelly, we see you. And so we have an amazing, amazing group of people that are here. So make sure you shout out your city. Michael is viewing us from ATL.
What up?
Listen, make sure you share. Now, sharing is caring. We want to make sure we got Detroit in the building. We got North Kakalaki in the building. So make sure that you share with your page. This is the time to share and put in there hashtag IRTS show. And we would much appreciate it. We got Cocoa County in the building.
Nice.
All right. Southern California in the building. So this is wonderful. And we'll check in with you guys, check in with your comments and all that good stuff.
Well, let me tell
Right,
you guys another thing about Dee Dee. Can I tell y'all something else about Dee Dee?
Go ahead.
Yes,
Got to meet her at Sunday in the Redwoods before we got to work together years ago. The Sunday in the Redwoods event that happened every Sunday, kind of at the tail end of the summer into the fall. There was a wonderful concert, and Dee Dee got called out from the audience. Full concert, full, sold out concert. Dee Dee gets called out from the audience to sing a song. And when I tell you she shut down the show, I won't tell you who was on the show, but she was the best singer there. There was 4 or 5 different singers there. She shut it down a cappella from the audience. Oh, blew it up. Yeah, she's brilliant.
Yeah,
shout out Darren Hodges. Shout out Darren Hodges.
Yeah.
Keeping that rolling.
Yeah.
Great event.
All right, CJ, I tell you what, why don't you play her second video?
Okay, I can do that.
And let's
she's ready now. Do you want to?
Okay, well, wait, let's hold on it. Let's try it now. Let's go.
Let's see her pretty face back here, honey. Yeah.
Hi. Look, I'm so sorry. I had to move to the stable Wi-Fi. I was at the unstable one.
Well, look, we've been singing your praises. I don't know if you heard that at all, but we've been singing your praises. Yes.
Thank you so much.
And we go back a long ways. Like I was telling, I first met you at the Steve Harvey Awards in Vegas when you killed it and won that award, best singer in the country.
Thank you.
And you got like 1 billion awards on your wall and your drawers underneath your bed from all the different things you do. Tell us what's been going on with your career. Tell us about it.
I've just been doing music. I decided to branch out across the states because, sometimes we be stuck in a bay and then a lot of people don't even know about us across the state. So I said, I'm going to figure out a way to get my music to go across state lines. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been having a blast just singing with a whole lot of people and my daddy back there too, and my sisters and brothers. So it's all gravy.
Beautiful.
So you sing what they call a Southern soul? Is that what you would call your sound back there?
It's soul with Southern soul, but I just sing soul music, period.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right.
You sing it very well.
Thank
you.
We
were telling Ryan we love that video there of all you guys dancing, get that sparkle vibe. Philip, what's your name?
Ryan was the smallest one there. She made us look like pigs,
lies you tell.
Absolutely no comment on that. I've been a gentleman way too long.
Ryan put all the moves together.
Oh yeah, okay.
Did I, Dee Dee?
Yes, you did.
I did. I did. You're right.
It's Ryan Peters or Michael Peters? Which one is it?
Okay. Oh yes, I remember Michael Peters.
Michael Peters up there.
I remember that.
No.
All right, so look, we're gonna play another video of yours that I really love this song. Tell us about it. It's called "I Loved You Enough." It's a very important video. Tell us about that one before we play it.
Since COVID happened, domestic violence has gone up because people can't get out and go to work, and they have to be around each other all day, and they have to really get to know each other. When we get up and we just get hustling and bustling throughout our day, now we was like stuck in the house. People lost their jobs, and and it started getting violent. So it's just it's awareness for domestic violence that's been going on, and still going on. So it's a cry for women to get out, but get out safely.
Okay. All right, CJ, let's take a look at a little bit of "I Loved You Enough" from Dee Dee Simon.
Thank you.
I struggle now with you for quite some time. Yet still I'm lost in a faraway place. And even though we try to work things out, but everything's alright till the very next day. What more do you want? What more do you need? I try to satisfy your every need. I cried my last cry, and I dried my last tear. For too long I've been your slave, but not this time. I loved you enough Try so hard to satisfy your every need. Oh, I love you too much, yeah. And that's how you took the best of me. I love you endlessly.
Wow. Very very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, did you write that one?
I did not. Daniel Williams wrote that song. DOA, Derek Allen, who's ex-bass player for Janet Jackson, he produced it. Executive producer was Minister Mann. And it was really hard doing that song. You know, I refused to do it for 3 years because I was like, this is like too much. I mean, and then it just was time to do it. I'm glad I did it though.
I'm glad you did it. You picked the right time, sis. You really picked the right time. You tapped into a real prescient moment. And yeah, like Ebony says, it's a necessary topic.
What's that word you just used?
Prescient. It's a right now kind of thing.
She does that to us on every show. She does that on every show, Dee.
Dee, you got to watch out. Every now and then, she'll take a Scrabble board and just throw some words up there.
Try to figure it out.
And then say it with confidence. We don't know if it's real or not. We just go with it.
Prescient.
She'll just throw it out. This Jello is exuberant.
And we're like,
from true lessons, sir.
Okay, it surely is. It surely is exuberant.
Y'all
listen,
where
can they buy your music? Where can they get your music and hear more about Dee Dee Simon, The Truth, and Dee Dee's House? So let's say all that really quickly so we can get our next guest on. But it's going across the bottom of the screen. But tell us about where can we find you?
You can find it on Facebook. Facebook, that didn't make no sense. On all digital downloads. You can also find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Yeah, I don't do Instagram a lot. But wait, before I go, I have to tell you about my Christmas project with 9 of the best females, including myself, that's been doing this soul music. So we put together a whole Christmas project. Y'all look it up. Queens Project 10 on Facebook, and you can find out where to get the music because we have a virtual concert coming up December 12th. So I had to give a shout out to the Queens too as well. I couldn't forget that.
All right, that's fantastic. Make sure you send me some links to that so I can post it up in the IRTS VIP lounge to let our audience know about it as well. Okay?
Y'all so professional.
Well, right now our shirts and stuff are really tight. We're trying to sit up. Just stay with the show and see what you're thinking about an hour from now. Okay,
I love it.
Thank you, Dee Dee, for joining us, and we will stay tuned to what you're doing. Love you to death, and you got so much talent. We just appreciate you being here in the Bay and being one of the Bay's finest. That's Dee Dee.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you all and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Amazing.
All right, so look, we got our next guest ready.
All right, you better start it out swinging.
Let's do this. Just to stay on track.
It was pretty cool.
Well, you want to talk about your sponsors because we wouldn't be
yes.
here for them, right?
Yes, that's right. Hey, IRTS Live is brought to you once again by United Players, my good friend Rudy Corpus. It takes a hood to save the hood, and also to lifelong medical care, where Lucinda Bazell is over there offering high-quality health, dental, and social services to all ages and incomes. If you would like to join us as a sponsor, email me at info@irtsshow.com, and I'll send you all the information that you need. Thank you to the sponsors. Okay, our next guest is Nate the Soul Singer. The Soul Sanger, excuse me, Soul Singer. And we got something we're going to play from her too.
Yes, sir.
There she is. Look how beautiful she is. Look at that. Look at that. She had records on the wall behind her. Go ahead, CJ Flash. What you got for Nate before we bring her on?
I'm just waiting for my man. Underneath this loving, see the boss give nothing but drama. Got a roast in the oven, got the recipe from his mama. Got everything you need, got a thing that's a weed and favorite pair of house shoes. He's gonna need his woman, gotta keep it all coming, got to have water running too. And you would let me know that the radio, I'm just waiting for my name. He's coming home from a long day of work. I'm waiting for my man.
All right, Nate the Soul Singer is a Bay Area favorite who has performed with many of the best artists in the Bay, including our very own Ryan Nicole. She has a new single that you just heard, is My Man, that was sent to me by Rod Campbell, who is a friend of the show and a friend of all of ours.
Yeah.
It was released today. Let's talk about that and a whole lot more with Nate the Soul Singer. How you doing?
Hey, good. Happy to be here. How y'all doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and start it off. Tell us about My Man, Waiting for My Man. What's that about?
Waiting for my man. It's about believing in love still, because so many people don't, for one. And it's about respect and admiration for my man, my boo. The song is curated by Dope Only, as you just mentioned. Shout out to my big brother, Rod Campbell. It is written by his brother, Essential. DJ Torre from the Hieroglyphics produced it. And then Thomas McElroy, In Vogue, Carl Wheeler, Tony also put some magic in there. And now we have this wonderful song that I'm honored to sing. So pretty exciting.
You got half of the Bay Area working on that joint.
Right.
Listen, I'm so grateful. I haven't even got to meet the last two, Mr. Wheeler or Mr. McElroy, but I'm very honored that they worked on my music. Woo!
Good stuff.
Music royalty they are.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yes,
DJ Torre.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
the whole crew.
Yes.
Our season, everybody's on. I love it.
Yeah, RC.
So it just came out.
Teamwork make the dream work.
That's right. Just came out today.
Yes.
Where can they get it?
Everywhere. So go to your favorite streaming platform or digital platform and type it in, and you will find it. It's everywhere. Rodney,
I like to go
made sure.
Target and get my music. Can I get it at Target?
We're not doing hard copies right now, okay? We're just doing digital. You have to have
You youngsters, I tell you, you youngsters, man. You don't have no records, no CDs,
Now, I'm
no.
not saying it's not coming.
It's on its way.
I'm not going to say that.
Not
but I will
Tay,
say
don't listen to Terry.
there's
don't
always
listen to Jerry.
one. Huh?
Yeah, it's always one
I want a
dude.
record.
Girl, you ain't got that on 8-track. I won't play that. I can't play that in my deuce and a quarter.
You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God.
The needle always fits.
On A-Track,
While y'all playing, I do hear that. So.
Yeah,
Well, you
because
better
they are
get
playing.
the pressure up.
I'm not playing. I live in East Oakland. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I respect
Does anybody manufacture 8-tracks anymore? Because you might want to go ahead and get one.
I might. You might find one down there somewhere. So I'm gonna have to come out with my own 8-tracks.
You know what? Just call it
Everything comes
vintage.
back.
Call it vintage.
There you go.
Call it vintage and charge them 5 times more than it ever cost to begin, and you will sell them.
Yes,
All
you will.
I need is a one gullible other, and I can sell a lot of them. I'm good.
Got
So
that.
look, tell us about. I got to see you one time. Oh, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, that's my man.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Okay,
Wait, hold on. Hey, Jerry said, "What is that? Is that a phone?
you got music on the phone.
What is that?
What in
What
the
is
heck?
that new finger thing you have there?
Who in the? How in the?
What is
When
that?
Oh my goodness.
How do you dial that thing? How do you?
You can't put a needle on that. What are you kidding me, right?
Oh my goodness. She needs a tutorial.
All right, back to now. Dee Dee just said how professional we were. And look at that. We're going on.
Well, we were before you asked. So it's what Tower Records over? Can I go to Tower Records tomorrow?
Wait.
Hey,
Wait.
Tay, I'm losing.
Remember the last show that we did for the Bay Area's Finest? Adisha had put out some vinyl, put out a 45. So that's really not a bad question.
Yes,
Vinyl's
Thank
doing
you.
well. Yes.
Yeah,
It is.
I accept all of your apologies. All of you. Okay. Nate, now I got to see you. God, it seemed like it was this year, but it might have been last year with Daryl Anders and Agape Soul
Nice.
over in Berkeley. You right?
Yep, that might have been the year before, but it's been a little while. Wow, I didn't know you were there.
I was there. That was there, and I saw your Chuck Taylors. You like to sing your Chucks?
I do.
I love that. What's that about?
First of all, I like to be comfortable. Second, because I'm not restricted when I'm comfortable. And then they're fly. You know, I like the ones with the sparkles and pizzazz on them. So I still feel like I'm in my element as far as being an artist and being unique. So even though my mom be like, girl, you need your heels. I'm like, Mama, I got this.
You come out in heels and then you switch it up like Mr. Rogers, you know?
There you go. I like that. There you go. That's very Patti LaBelle. You feel me?
So we got another song from you that CJ Flash is going to play. It's Picnic, produced by Narada Michael Walden. Tell us about that one.
Nice. Well, first of all, before I forget, shout out to Ryan's beautiful picnic basket, which is featured in the video. Yay.
I'm trying to get credits everywhere. You feel me? I'm just trying to get
all over the place.
Ryan, did you do craft services on the video?
You know, I'm trying to do everything everywhere. I'm like, what you need? You need my son? What you need? I'm putting it all in there.
Everything. He's everything. But yeah, Picnic, fun song, light song. Decided to go ahead and put the video together right at the beginning of the pandemic. It's a great song, but also everything had gone so dark. Everybody was so down. And one of my main goals in life and as an artist is to uplift and remind people about love and joy and peace and all those things. So put together this idea for the video, found a few willing people, awesome people who were willing to come together and help me bring the vision to life. I actually directed the video. It's produced by Narda Michael Walden, good friend of mine. And it was just fun. It was very fun. I love the song. I love the video, and I hope you guys like it.
Well, let's take a look at it, CJ Flash. I feel like Donnie Simpson on video, so let's go. Hey. Let's hear Picnic from Nate the Soul Singer.
I remember us spending time at the fair. Didn't need a prize, I already won my teddy bear. Wouldn't be a word, but my smile tells it all. Explosions inside, you set my fireworks off. Yeah. If I recall, do you remember? First kiss in the park. Let's have a picnic on the lawn today. Sweet and peaceful getaway. Let's make each other feel good. Let's have a picnic on the lawn today. You know they sell your phones away, and it's understood, baby. Yeah.
Number 7 with a bullet on IRTS Live. I love that. We played 4 songs tonight, and I love all 4 of them. That's really, really nice, Nate.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a banger. I love that. It got us right into the summer. Like you said, it was a mood shifter. I love that joint. I'm playing it this season too. I'm gonna keep playing it and playing it out.
That's what's up. Well, see, the beautiful thing about a picnic is you can have one in your living room. You can have one anywhere. You don't necessarily have to be outside interacting with people, which is not safe right now.
I'm having one right now.
So,
I got a picnic right here. Yes.
You can have it by yourself. With your boo thing, with your whoever. So I just think it was important to remind us there's always something in life, but we have to be responsible for creating our own joy sometimes and not letting everything else weigh us down to the point that we forget that we have more power and more control than we remember sometimes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think if this time with all the craziness that's going on, we have to get creative and kind of go back to basics and do intimate moments like that. So to be able to emphasize that and remind us, hey, we can go in the backyard, patio, wherever, and create a moment. I think that's
right. Cool. Yeah. And listen, brothers, it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to take it. You know what I mean? It's economical.
Well, help them out. What's supposed to go in a picnic basket these days? What do you put in there?
Wine.
Yeah, some wine.
Wine.
And then it's done. You're good.
That's the main thing.
Okay. Freedom choice. The end. Right.
Okay.
She said wine, and then wine. And you might want to go with some wine.
And
So
then it's done.
Yeah, you get some $2 chuck, some black girl magic. You're all good, right?
Whatever takes
all you need
Brown estate.
You need a bottle of black girl magic and some government cheese and some Ritz crackers, and you're good.
Nice. I love Ritz crackers. Bro. Ritz crackers are like cookies.
Highbrow with the cheese. I don't know if we're gonna do the government cheese. We got to do this up.
Girl, you was raised on government cheese. You would have stopped.
I don't know.
Oh, good fried bologna sandwich.
We're trying to evolve, okay? Right?
That's right.
You know, hey, they got fried. They got government Gouda.
Doesn't melt. Somebody
okay, all right. Hold on.
Doesn't melt.
let me roll everybody back in. I know I started all that, but I didn't expect all that. So,
I'm
so
crazy,
not,
so y'all can't do this to me. I just right here. I'm sorry.
We thank you very much for joining us today. It's nice to virtually, I should say, meet you. And
you said it right. You said it right.
Visually and virtually.
Yeah.
And we love your music. Tell them one more time where they can find all platforms, not Target.
You. Your favorite digital platform. It's not physical yet, but maybe it will be. Let me call Rodney right now. But you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, all under The Soul Singer, Twitter as well. You can also reach out to me at thesoulsinger.com. And it is Sanger with an A, Sanger. I look forward to connecting with you all, and I have fun tonight. Thank you.
All right, now you keep watching, okay? Have a great Thanksgiving too.
I will. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, CJ.
Love.
Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Mr. Jerry. Mwah.
Looking fabulous.
Thank you too. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Okay. You guys are crazy. All right, CJ Flash, we got a little time right now, so let's play one of our forever groups. This is the Bay Area's finest, Next, Now, and Forever. You got one lined up for me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Go for it. Talk about it, CJ.
George Duke. What can you say about George Duke that hasn't already been said, aside from him being the stellar intergalactic individual that he was? How about that?
That's very good. Play us another one.
Oh, okay, I got you. Here's one for you. Since we were talking about them, how about this one?
I tried to keep it to myself. I know I said I wouldn't tell I would not tell my friends, yeah. I couldn't keep it to myself. Tell somebody. I couldn't keep it to myself. When I told everybody, I couldn't keep it to myself. I had to tell somebody. I couldn't keep it to myself. When I stumbled.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Russell, you talk this time, Russ.
I think I've talked enough.
Yes,
we got another hour and a half, Russ.
I got my hand slapped earlier. I'm good. I think I've said enough. I'm sorry.
We got another hour and a half, bro.
Yo, George Duke. It's just I really can't believe he's gone. I met him at one show we were. I think it was the first time I met him. Believe it or not, was at what's the festival downtown Oakland?
Art and Soul.
Art and Soul.
Art and
That was
Soul.
the first time I met him after being a fan for many, 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 many years. And he just felt like he was my cousin. He was so unassuming and so gracious. And I asked him if I could introduce him to a friend of mine who was also a musician, was there. And I asked, he said, yeah, I'd love to meet him. And I brought Marty backstage, Martin Luther, and they just talk like they had been friends for 20 years.
Wow.
And I see how he navigated through life. I could see it. Just, you know, and the way that he really was, he was really caring with his wife and made sure that everybody was very, you know, respectful to his wife. And let me introduce you to my wife, and this is what we do, and blah blah blah. And he was just so, it's just gracious. That's the word I want to use there. Just absolutely gracious man.
Yes.
Dude, we try to play his. I don't think it's even on purpose, but we try to play his music at least once a week on our shows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. In some configuration.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
then there was Raphael Sadiq right after that, right?
Yeah, I forgot all about Ray Ray. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Well, then Tracy, you tell us about Ray Ray.
Oh, I love Ray Ray. Oh my God. You know, you think about what Castlemont High School, you think about just their rich, deep roots here in Oakland, California. And for him, he represents to me someone who wasn't afraid to go outside of the Bay. You know, he paid all the homage to Oakland, but he went outside of the Bay and really made a mark, you know, and really, really shared his gift with so many people, like my baby daddy D'Angelo.
Just slip that right in.
I'm sorry.
Let the people know what it is.
You know, people had questions. How does it feel? You know,
and again, I said slipped it right in. I didn't really know. I'm sorry.
You know, so many different people he's contributed to their careers, and so we are so.
He's
proud.
put forth a good effort, I guess. He's put it forth, right?
He's put forth that strong effort, and I'm eternally grateful. Thank you, Ray Ray.
Okay, I don't.
Everything's a double entendre now. Everything.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do with that. All right.
And shout out to Tony's, everybody, you know, original members, past members.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about that in a minute or 10. All right. So look, our next guest is Jennifer Johns. Jennifer Johns. That's a good friend of Ryan's again. A good friend of Ryan's.
Me again?
Yes,
oh my goodness.
Again.
Oh wow.
There she is. Look at that lady right there. Play a little bit of that first song, CJ.
Reckless, I feel so reckless. The taste of you's got me chasing dreams. Something not for now. Abandoned, logic, you got me spun out. I like it, oh, I like it.
Jennifer Johns is a singer, songwriter, and activist who makes great music, as you just heard. She's one of those people that when you sit down with her and just talk about life, you just feel like you learn something just being around her. I talked to her for 10 minutes, for an hour, just a couple of days ago. Say hello to Jennifer Johns.
Hello, family.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
How are you? Good to
Fantastic.
see everybody.
Welcome.
Good to see you too. Tell us about that song we just played.
I recorded that while I was in South Africa. It was a part of the live album I did called Azania. And so I created that with my guys in South Africa.
Was that Save a Place, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So where can we find that, just really quickly, since you're talking about a live album? That's pretty ambitious to make a live album in South Africa.
Yeah, I mean, I got there and the spirit just happened. So,
Right. Right.
I just kind of let God do what God does, which is kind of my way of being. And I got there, and the musicians that I met were just so filled with life. And so I decided that it was time to do that. So you can find it at jenjohns.com. You actually can't find it anywhere else. I've made a decision, a concerted effort, that I think that my music should be on my site. And as I think through how I think that music should be distributed, for now, you're going to find my music on my site at jenjohns.com, JENNJOHNS.com.
So you've been listening to the show, right?
Yeah.
Have you got that one on the vinyl? Have you got it on?
Is it on the 8-track?
Nobody.
On the Victrola.
I want my
Okay.
next guest, the upcoming guest. I'm gonna try to think about that. I know one person can get it on vinyl. Anyway,
we will get things on vinyl.
thank you very much, and I will be the
Just
first
for
one
you,
to buy
Jerry.
one. I tell you
Just
that.
You know what? The sales of vinyl now are doing better than they were at the height of, vinyl. So
Tell all
You
four.
know,
know,
we know that. We do know that. It's just that
Mm.
this brother right there has a closing plate. He doesn't even have a real turntable. And he's screaming about vinyl.
Oh, I did kind of get rid of a lot of my records, but
Yes,
I
you did.
digress. I digress. Jen,
Can I say hi to my friend Jen?
Can
please.
we all say hi?
Please.
What's up, Jen? Jen, what's over here?
Other way.
Other way. There you go. There you go.
you know that on here everything's switched around.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where am I?
I am so proud of this young lady. I've known her since to keep it real. Okay, we go back, and I am so proud of your growth, and I support everything you do. And we have this relationship where I can just look at you and smile, and I'm all good. So, thanks for being aboard on this show. This is very cool.
Man, thank you for having me. And I'm so proud of you guys. I mean, this is such a beautiful thing you guys have been doing and been consistent about it, and bringing a lot of good life and good energy. You got my sister Ryan Nicole on here, so you can't fail. So, the queen of it all, check everything.
Thank you. Wow. I want to just echo Russ's sentiments. Proud was the word I was sitting with. I'm proud that these are all my friends, that this is my community. And I'm trying to sit back and be quiet and I just have a kiki moment with my girl and act like y'all not here. But it's good. I'm just really, again, proud of Jen and proud that, these are my friends. These are my friends, guys. These are my friends.
Okay. So listen, I don't even know.
Don't hit me with the weird okay. Come on, Jen.
My friend.
Because all this time we thought we were your friends, but hey.
She says that to everybody.
Yes.
She says it to everybody. Somehow it don't mean as much anymore. And look, we got another song. Well, I'm kidding. Well, anyway, we got another song that we want to play a little piece of. Movement of the Sun. Tell us about that one. Yeah.
This is also off of the Azania record, and I had actually written that song before I went to South Africa over an instrumental that I really, really loved. And then when I got there, I got with the band and played it for them and was like, can we make this like come to life? And they were like, absolutely. And the homie Sabu, I can't say enough about Sabu Gianna. Like, he's on the newest project that I'm working on as well. And just a incredibly badass percussionist, producer, songwriter. And so I was blessed to bring it to the squad, but definitely bring it to him and ask him to help me bring it to life. And that's what happened.
What took you to South Africa?
Freedom. I went to go and ask people about freedom. I've been I am a musician and a singer by trade. That is my first talent. But I'm a multidisciplinary artist, and I am also very much so an environmental justice activist and an activist. And so I've done other projects in the past where I've asked people about their definition of poverty or sustainability. And the question that has been looming over me since I was 6 is, well, what is freedom really? And so I went to South Africa to ask about their ideas on freedom, largely because I have loved Nelson Mandela. He was the first person to politicize me, essentially, when I was like 6. And I wanted to know what the people there felt freedom was in the wake of his death, and also in the wake of truth and reconciliation. And to say the absolute bare minimum, it was a deep journey.
Wow. How long were you there?
10 months. I was only supposed to be there for 3 weeks.
Wow.
So I wound up really digging my heels in and learning quite a lot about myself. What I will say is that I learned that freedom requires interdependence.
Okay.
That's deep.
See, now we all feel real silly now after all of that, but we journey through. We go on. We go on.
Brian was like, "You feel silly."
All right, I'm all alone. Let's play the next song. Let's play the next song, DJ. Let's play her next song.
It is life, what we're choosing. It is life, hallelujah. Keeping your heart some joy and faith. But when it is dark, don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. Into the darker side of life. Joy in the darker side of those who lost him in the sun. Know that she's here when the day is done. That's the visual of this power. Divine is visual of this power. God, it is like this power. My love is my life forever. There won't be rain on. I go. Rain and the impact on. I know. The children of the sun. Movement of the sun. You are the children of the sun. Movement of the sun.
Get it, girl. Come on, Jen John.
Y'all have to see that song live. It rocks the wall. It rocks the wall. Oh my goodness. You have to see Jen live for sure.
Amazing.
As soon as you possibly can.
Is that on the live album?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Do you have
on
a
the
video of it by chance too? Did you do that?
I do have some video
Wow.
of it. That was definitely a part of the interesting journey experience.
Wow.
And that's all it-
We're gonna say about that.
okay. Sounds like there's something behind that, but we'll keep it moving. Keep it moving. What else you want to tell us about what's going on in your life? What else you want to say?
You know, I'm grateful to be alive right now. I'm working on some really beautiful music with really beautiful people, and I'm grateful for this time. I know that so many people feel like this COVID moment is a tragedy, and in so many ways it certainly is, but I'm grateful that I have the space and the time to connect with people like all y'all, you know what I mean? I think in so many ways, this slowdown has given us space to think about what really matters and who really matters. And so I'm grateful to be making the music that I'm making right now. And please follow jenjohns.com. Go to thefunmanifesto.com and follow that as well. I'll be rebooting that in the new year. And that's a space for all of my fans to get together and be fresh together, because I think that part of what we're missing in this world is just reminding each other how saucy we are and how much answered prayers we really are to each other. And so I want to continue to make that kind of music that inspires people in that way.
You had me at saucy.
Saucy, I know.
You had me at saucy.
There's some vocabulary flowing around tonight, isn't it?
Jen, did I read something that you were doing a live something in the next week or so? Am I wrong about that?
I just did Agape yesterday. Girl, don't
Maybe
get me
that's
to
what it
lying
is.
because it's possible, but
Okay.
so much has happened today. I don't remember what I'm doing
Okay.
tomorrow.
Follow her at Aquarius Johns. Follow the
Yeah.
website, and you'll find out.
Ooh, I really hope not. Damn, girl, I hope not. I hope you talking about yesterday.
Maybe I was talking about yesterday. Maybe I was-
You have a
that
live
point,
gig on
people-
you have a
people
live
should
gigs on
check out-
Thanksgiving. Yes.
Yeah, right. People should check out Agape Church if you are of any denomination. Jen was the featured artist there yesterday, and just again raising the vibration. Just a brilliant performance.
Nice. Okay, may I also say that what you're doing, your background, your lighting, your sound, for all the people that are on the show with us and doing shows like that, that's perfect. That looks really nice behind you. It's a good setup that you got going there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a little Jimmy Rig situation, but I got it worked out.
It looks good. It looks good. Well, we thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. You guys keep up the good work, and thank you for highlighting artists like me. We need it, every little bit of it, and the Bay Area is so proud of you. So thank you.
Yay, thank you. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you.
Yes, you will. Peace.
Okay.
Sis.
Right on, Jen.
All right, we're rolling now. We're rolling now. CJ Flash, you got some more of the kings, some more of the legends, more of the people that are forever part of Bay Area music.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw you a curveball with this one. You ready?
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
boy.
Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free.
Steve Miller Band. Keep going, CJ.
Got you covered.
Playing the shaker there.
That's
Okay, you got Steve Miller
nice.
Band, you got Santana. Man.
Oh
Let
yeah.
me keep going.
Keep going.
No, I can't keep going.
I know you can.
Nothing.
If the music makes you feel like moving, it's alright. If the music makes you feel like grooving, it's alright. If the music makes you feel like dancing, it's alright. Because the music might be coming dancing, it's alright.
Yes, I got that close up.
I missed it.
All
I
right.
missed
He
it. But
gave us
man,
a whole holler. It was good.
oh, did he? Nice. We saw his tonsils, his whole situation. Got it.
Breakfast, Miss Breakfast, all that kind of stuff. So the remains
know
of the
what?
COVID needle, the thing
Oh
that went
Lord,
with
it's still it's in there. You know,
there it is.
It's way up there.
it's all bad. When this is
Shout
the
out-
second
shout out
time we've
Ashley.
done this show, right? And now I really hear it now that we're putting all these Bay Area songs together, how much funk and soul is in the Bay, whether it's new, whether it's old school. I mean, we always say it, but when you put it together, you know, and you just play it back to back. It's just like, man, that's a signature sound of the Bay.
Very rich.
I'm so
Very
proud
rich.
to be from the Bay, Ryan.
Yes.
I mean, pop that collar one time.
And then when you talk to the artists too, you see they all get the same vibe about them. I mean, how cool is Jen Johns? How cool is Nate? How cool is Dee Dee?
Yeah.
You know, so you just feel like, okay, yeah, they're musicians. I can see that.
Absolutely.
So cool.
I can definitely see that.
So cool.
Yeah. All right, so look, we're gonna do another break right now, and then we're gonna bring up our next guest. All right. So before we do that, I remember that song. We're calling it the Bay Area's finest. It's next, now, and forever. How you like that logo? You guys like that?
That's a good look. I was going to tell you. I like
My
it.
man Andy Drake put that together for me, so I think I might have to have him do a few more because
Thank
that
you,
one is
Andy.
the purple and black. I love that, you know. So the Bay Area's finest, next sound forever. This is part 2 of the show. We got a few more artists that we want you to hear that are from the Bay. This show is brought to you by United Players, where it takes the hood to save the hood. They're doing a whole lot this week for Thanksgiving. They feed the homeless folks. They take care of a lot of fellas and ladies that are out of prison and just kind of reinventing themselves and getting back into the mainstream. They've been doing it for 30 years. Rudy Corpus is a beast. Shout out to him, and we're honored and proud to have him as a sponsor. Lifelong Medical Care offers high-quality health, dental, and social services to all ages and incomes. They're helping all kind of folks, especially now, because we know all the political issues with everybody's health care and people losing their jobs and things like that. So be patient, get on the phone with them, be patient. They will get back to you and they will help you out. If you want to join us as a sponsor, please email me at info@irtsshow.com and I'll send you all the information that you need. Now I will tell you that our next guest is a featured singer and a friend of mine who was earlier in the show, Daryl Anders of Agape Soul. He was on with us about a month or so ago, had a great song, Bulletproof. Daryl, we're still looking for that hoodie with the Bulletproof logo and everything like that. This is Zoe Ellis. She's here with her daughter, Lily, who has also launched a singing career. Friends of the show, friends of our families, as Zoe and Lily. Come on in here, girls, ladies. Hey, there they are. Look at them two. Look at those two.
My goodness. Oh my goodness.
How well lit are you guys? Nice.
You know, my daughter's got real setups. I got nothing, but my kids have everything. It's a lot. Yeah.
Well, it looks good. How you doing, Lily?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. You know, part of the tradition of the show is we all take a shot of Hennessy. Are you ready? No?
Right over there.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
He's
about.
like, I keep it on deck. Okay.
That's the kind of kids I like. Are you a teenager yet?
No, but my 12th birthday is in 2 days.
Everything I just said is just crazy Uncle Jerry. Just crazy Uncle Jerry.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday week month. Yeah.
I'm in a little bit of shock right now. The last time I saw you, Lily, you were not this grown. Pre-COVID,
No.
you were a lot less grown. So I'm having a moment.
She's almost 5'1".
Jeez, Lily. Stop
Lord.
growing.
And Jerry, just for the record, I prepped Lily about who we were going to be in a room with this evening.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
She was ready. We're good.
Okay. Well, see, I see she took that Hennessy shot and just like, okay, yeah, I got it.
She took that Hennessy shot.
Literally and figuratively. Literally and
Okay.
figuratively. So tell us about your music career, Lily. What you got going on?
Well, I'm in a group called the Alphabet Rockers, and we are a socially conscious hip hop group for kids and families. And our goal is to pretty much spread the message of anti-racism and anti-bullying and gender identities, and like we want to just keep the conversation going. And so that's what I sing about and dance to.
That's nice. Now the Alphabet Rockers, I'm gonna let Ryan talk about that since she's part of that too. Everybody on here is a friend of Ryan and she's working with him. So talk about the Grammy-nominated Alphabet Rockers.
That's what I was gonna say. Lily is over there being modest, but she is a 2-time Grammy-nominated artist.
Wow.
At 12 years old. So two times. Right. And last year she invited me, her and the camp invited me to come along and get a little bit of that shine, you know. And I gratefully joined the crew, and we all did a song called Black Girl Magic together. And literally, I'm just trying to be next to the stars. You feel me? Like I'm just trying to be close.
We had us a time in LA though, Ryan Nicole. That was
Didn't we though?
Crew of human beings. We had a time. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to go on a Blackout Magic tour.
Oh well, listen, Lily. You know, you just put it in motion. Okay, you the boss. All right,
she right into existence.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Now, CJ, speaking of Black Girl Magic, CJ, you got that one?
I got it.
Why don't you play a little bit of that for us?
Oh. Now, Ryan Nicole, that's what Tommy sent me. And that sounds like it's got no vocals on it.
Oh, it's a beat. I know.
I thought you guys
tell
were
Lily to go ahead and tell Lily to rap.
She's like,
said no.
All right, CJ, I'm gonna send it to you. Give me a second.
I thought I was like, wow, that was a nice intro. I said, okay, well, that's longer than I remember.
I thought we were listening to the soundtrack from Beat Street. I didn't know what was going on.
You were about to get up, huh?
Lily says she's not a freestyler. She don't rap for free.
Okay. Oh, you better rap, Jerry. I heard
you don't rap for free.
I was gonna call E40.
Said no, I'm not rapping right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
that. We didn't talk about that. So Zoe, while we're waiting on that one, what are you working on?
I'm in the middle of writing. I mean, really, all I want to do is write songs. I'm not super. I am a singer, but I'm much more invested in writing songs these days, and for other people. As a matter of fact, I've been harassing some of the folks that I know have been on this show. I think Nate is going to help me demo some stuff I'm working on. And so is Sarah Williams, who sings backs for just about everybody in the world and then leads for everybody else, to demo a bunch of the stuff that I've been writing. And right now I'm working with my buddy Justice Dobrin, who's also out of Narada's camp and had a hand in Nate's picnic. And he and I are about to finish up some work. But my goal really these days is to write music for other people to sing. I get a lot of joy. The second song that I sent to CJ actually is one of those cases where I wrote myself right out of the tune. And so that's been my joy lately, is writing for other people to sing.
Nice. Hold on, wait. Time out.
Also being modest, right?
Time out.
Get her rest. Get her rest.
Time out.
I know, but just go ahead. Get her rest.
She just happened to say, well, I sing.
I do sing.
Yeah. We're talking about one of the most unique and talented voices that are out there, and she does not, both of you two, obviously you're related because you're playing it down, but these two women, young women, these voices are phenomenal. If you have an opportunity to go back and look into the catalogs and look up Zoe's music from back in the day and her work on today's work on with Agape Soul, for her to say she's just a singer, no. And if you stop singing the right songs, we're all coming after you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have been warned. Did you hear
all right.
that?
You hear this? You see this?
Knuckle sandwich.
You see this?
Yeah. At the top of the pandemic, actually, Zoe, you sang on a live stream. You dedicated a song to someone. I can't even let me not get the line.
It was because everybody was losing people left and right.
When I tell you it was transformative, when I tell you that I could feel like there was a palpable, I mean, I could feel that song through the computer screen, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I certainly hope you keep singing. And
you know, I love to sing and it keeps me sane. You know how that is.
Yeah.
And just for the record, Ryan Nicole is absolutely my friend. I consider her a new friend. I do want to say that of the people on this screen, I have known CJ Flash the longest. I have known him most of
back.
my life. So I'm
Wow.
just giving CJ the shout out for the long-term friendship. Yeah.
Oh, wait, because he claims South Berkeley. What do you claim?
North Berkeley.
See,
Trust.
y'all
Them
set
mean
tripping.
streets of Berkeley. Don't
You know,
trip.
both of
It's
you
hard.
two set tripping over here.
Hey, time out. We're gonna stop that.
That's close to Albany, so maybe I can.
Yep. Let's do it. Hey, CJ, I'm about to send you this song. Here you
She
go.
said them fighting words. You said Albany. Now, see, you look like you're all queued up and ready to play something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got the song that she helped write. You said you wrote
Yes.
yourself out of the song.
I did. I wrote myself out of the song, but I sent it to you because I wanted to tell the story about it. So
Okay.
go for it, play it,
All
and
right.
then I'll tell you this little story.
I was often told my best friend would also be my one true love, but it sounded like a fairy tale, you see. Just not for me, just not for me, but
Nice. All right, tell us about it. Tell
Wow.
us about it.
Beautiful.
Let's see. So Daryl Anders asked me at one point, he really wanted a song for his wife. And, there's a challenge to go ahead and write for somebody else's relationship, but he's my brother and he really wanted to gift her a song. And so I wrote that hook, which you didn't hear, but Baby You Feel Like Home, go for it. You can send that to Chris. And it really suited them. I actually called Daryl's wife and asked her some questions about their relationship. And I know Daryl really well. And it's rare that you are close enough to a couple that you really get a sense of what they've been through, what they've gone through, where they're going, how deep their connection is. And I'm lucky enough to know Daryl and his wife well enough to really have been able to witness the birth and the growth of their relationship. So I meant every single thing I wrote there. And then when we finished it, Daryl said, okay, great. So we'll put it on the record. I said, that song is not for me. You are a grown Black man. This is not for me to sing. This is from a man to a woman. This specific song is from you to Jody. And we fought for 6 months. 6 months, like siblings, we fought. And then he said, you know what I'm going to do? I have to talk to Tommy Sims about something else. And you really love and respect and trust his judgment. And so do I. I'm going to ask him to listen to it and just see what he says. And the next phone call I got from Daryl was, okay, I'm going to say this one time. So record it. You were right. I was wrong. And Tommy actually called him back and said, oh, no, this is not for a woman to sing. I'll sing it. And that's how our relationship with him singing Agape Soul Music. And then he just sang it to bits and pieces. And it was a real triumph as a songwriter to have him write and say, hey, Zoe, this is a beautiful song. I think I was picking Lily up from gymnastics. And I just thought you were going to tell this, but she was going to tell me. I just started crying in the car. When he sent me the recording, he said, are you sitting down? I said, yeah, I just picked Lily up from gymnastics. And he said, okay. So I put it on in the car. And before it started, I figured out what he had sent me. And I started crying right away. And she said, what? And I said, sometimes you get a really clear sign that you're on the right path.
Hey, amen.
And that was a moment. That was a real moment in my life. Yeah.
All right, so where can people find that song? Where can they buy it?
So that's on the Agape Soul album, Conversations.
I've got that one. Yes.
With, Nate's on that album. Sarah's on that album. There are a million people on that record.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conversations is a worthwhile record to get your.
I've got that. I've got it. And Tracy, let him see me, Tracy.
Okay.
Let him see me, Tracy.
All right.
I got that on a CD.
Oh,
Boom.
look at you. Wow.
Got it on a CD.
Boom. I can play that in my car, in the shower, everywhere like that, you know. So listen, that sounds great. So,
Hold on, wait. You got a CD player in the
I
shower.
know. I knew you were gonna get it. I knew you were gonna get it.
I could not let that go by.
I know. Okay.
I could not let it.
Let's see. You
Y'all don't
dangled
know,
that
bro.
big old piece of meat for Russ to get on. So there you
Y'all
go.
don't even know. You don't know who you're talking to.
Sometimes these jokes just write themselves.
Ain't nobody joking, brother. I roll like that, man. You don't have a TV and
I don't have nothing to say.
Okay. Okay.
I will say this. You will notice, everybody, this is the second time we've heard the name Tommy Sims on this show. Yes. So take that as a hint. Go dig into this brother's work, and you'll understand what we're talking about.
Oh boy.
You need to help us get him on the show.
You know, he wrote "Change the World," right?
Yeah.
If I could change the world,
Eric Clapton, Babyface.
Yeah. Wow. His whole career is that big, and he's just quiet in the background.
Yeah.
Can I also just say about the show how much I love it? I mean, we have so many choices for things to watch on. There's like streaming inundated. Like there is so much stuff to watch, and I make time to watch this show. I really enjoy it. Well, because it's my sense of humor. We can start with that because but it's all people I really care about and respect, and I just appreciate. I know that I know Tracy's over there pressing a million buttons to make it all work, and that everybody has to make a 2-hour window to be here and make it happen, and I really enjoy it. I just wanted to throw that out.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. So listen, CJ, looks like you queued up again. Do we have one more for her?
Yeah, we do.
Let's get one more in.
Don't hide your shine, just let it flow. Yeah, you got it. That black girl glow. Now is the time to let them know.
Straight and curls, that's my world. Even if it's short, I'm a beautiful girl. That's who I am, that's who I'm gonna be. Doing my hair with my family.
Surround myself with amazing black people. Can't stop, won't stop till we're all equal. Bringing that rawness, realness, focus. Staying on my grind to deliver that dope. Gotta think like it's stars cause I'm so in tune. Like a flower in spring, all I do is bloom. Magical, not too much. Bright like the moon, look, don't touch. The gravity giving insanity, bringing you back. Down to earth, the maternal reflections, internal, we back. Now the magic is real from head to toe. Facts, I let you feel, but the flow too ill for that.
One for the magic, two for the flow. Voila, there she go. One for the magic, two for the flow. Voila, there they go. One for the magic, two for the flow. Voila, there we go. With it, there we roll. With it, there we glow. With it, we go. Don't hide.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I'm crying.
I see you, Lily. I see you, Ryan.
How are you, Ryan?
Yes.
High-fiving down there. I'm crying. I was feeling the choreography again. Oh, my goodness. There we go.
I know she was doing all the choreography.
I was feeling like one for the magic, two for the show.
That is wonderful.
So where can they get that one? Tell us, Lily, where they can buy that.
Well, can we get it on Alphabet Rock? Like on the Alphabet Rockers website? You can find any of the Alphabet Rockers stuff if you just look up the Alphabet Rockers. And it's also on all streaming platforms. Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to continue working with them, or what's that? What else you got planned to do with them?
I still we do songwriting meetings every Tuesday. I think except for this one because of break. But yeah, we're still completely connected. We do a bunch of stuff together still, and we perform. We used to do Rock the Block every single day, which we were just performing for our fans or kids. And so, yeah, we're still very connected.
They're actually in the middle of a big push on a project called We've Got Work to Do, which is an anti-racist program. The kids did a whole bunch of videotaping right when we went into quarantine to develop a curriculum for the schools for kids to work and families to be working on being anti-racist, which is, a good idea. Just speaking.
Kind of.
And the songwriting they're working on now is specifically about the justice system and the fact that it's not working.
And online stuff.
And online, the bullying and the stuff that's happening to kids now that they're online all the time.
Still a lot of talk about gender identity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the work continues. She's consistently, things show up at the door. New gear shows up at the door, and then feeds its way into her world. I just bring snacks. That's my job.
I mean, she's a singer, a Gemini, and a mom.
That's
That's
what
right.
she said about me.
A
Singer,
Yeah.
Gemini, and a mom.
I see that you got some
Lily, I have a
fans
question
too.
for you.
Yeah.
Lily, I have a question for you. For those of you who don't, a lot of people don't know the whole story. Can you explain the unique dynamic of Alphabet Rockers, and how did you get in the group?
Well, I got in the group I was on a show with Rhonda Benin. Rhonda Benin created the show called Just Like a Woman, and I did a song there, and I think you posted on Facebook.
I did.
Right, and
I am a poster.
Yeah, and we already had connections to the Alphabet Rockers, but they saw it and asked me to sing a song on their album Rise, Shine, Woke, and that was the first album that got Grammy nominated, but I was only able to do one show with them, and I did one show where I just came on, sang the song, and left the stage, and then I did one more show where Maya, who is now one of my best friends, came to a rehearsal, and they were doing all these dance moves, and I was like, I want to learn, and so I learned a dance moves for a whole show in a 2-hour rehearsal, and then did that show. And then we got nominated for a Grammy, and then we went to the Grammys and performed there. We went to New York the first time, right?
In the freezing
in the freezing cold, and there are a lot of videos of us cuckooing, because that's our call to that we know where we are and
to find each other.
Yeah, because there was a group of 40 of us there. And then just actually it was crazy because the most recent time that we went to the Grammys was in 2020, and it was in January, which is crazy because it feels like a really long time ago, and everything was normal, and that's not true anymore.
The Grammys is not normal.
The Grammys is not normal. That's true. But the rest of the world was still
We
sane.
could go outside, and the night of the Grammys was unfortunately the night that Kobe died.
Yeah.
Right.
And so right outside the center where the Grammys was happening, everybody was gathering at the same time. It was a really emotionally, it was just a really intense
It was
day.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I do want to speak to Russell's question about the dynamic. There are 2 adults that run the Alphabet Rockers. Tommy Solati Shepherd and Caitlin McGaw are the leaders. They've been together as a group for 12 or 13 years now. In the last 3 years, they've really started to write about social justice issues. And I think that the thing with the kids coming on board was so completely organic. One of the children is Tommy's son. His best friend is Khalid. Maya was one of Samara's students. Samara Atkins is the choreographer and now singer and MC. And then I know Tommy and Caitlin from other things. And when they saw Lily's video, they called her. But I think the group coming together was completely organic.
Lots of people ask, are there auditions? Can we sign up? Is there a sign up where you can join the Alphabet Rockers? And that just didn't happen. Smile said, oh yeah, Maya's a really good dancer. She should come join us. And now it's we're a family.
Yeah, for real.
Is it like Menudo? Are you going to age out?
You know what?
Just asking for a friend.
No. Don't listen to Jerry Lily.
I don't know if it's about aging out. You'll always be part of the family, but I do think that we have people like Ryan's son and Maya's little brother.
The next generation,
children in our community.
Yeah.
I know that me and Caitlin last night were talking about Sterling's son, Billy, just, how many kids we have around us that would be beautiful Alphabet Rockers, but it's such an organic thing. We were there one day, Ryan, and your boy was on stage doing the dance moves.
That's right.
Just like
That's
that.
right.
They put a t-shirt on him and they were like, go.
Yeah. And he's like,
okay.
Well, look, it's been great talking to you. We got another guest lined up, but Zoe and Lily, we are very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I mean, you know everybody here, so I don't have to speak on their behalf because they can speak for themselves. But I'm so glad that you came on. You were kind of a last minute kind of a guest too. So thank you for pulling everything together, getting your music to CJ, and I'm so glad that you both came on. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And happy Thanksgiving to both of you.
Love y'all.
Keep listening to the show. We got a little bit more show here. So keep listening and keep watching. We appreciate you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was great.
Good stuff.
That's great.
Awesome.
So I think we might have run out of friends that Ryan knows. I'm not sure about the next guest. I guess
Yeah.
we'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Is he back there, Tracy?
I'm sorry.
Is he there? Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Okay, but look, CJ Flash got a little video he wants to play for us first about Lenny Williams, a Bay Area legend who spent many years as the lead singer of Tower Power and has even had more success with his solo career. Go ahead. It's number 10 with a bullet. It's Lenny Williams and Fine.
I'm doing fine. If anybody asks you, I'm okay. If anybody's checking, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. 'Cause I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Up early, it's a brand new day. Sunlight beaming through the window shade. A cup of coffee with a morning kiss. Enjoy myself today. On the top of my list, ain't nothing on TV. I don't need the blues. So I grab the keys. Time to take a cruise. Windows down as I roll in the Jag. Not bad for a black boy who thought he'd never have. I'm doing fine. If anybody asks you, I'm okay. If anybody's checking, don't you worry about me. Don't worry about me. 'Cause I'm okay. I'm okay, yeah, I'm okay.
I get it, Lenny. We're talking about the Bay Area's finest next, now, and forever. This man is definitely forever in our hearts, Mr. Lenny Williams. Come on board, please. There he is. Hey, Lenny.
Right.
Unmute your mic, Lenny. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Okay. All right.
How you doing,
good?
sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing? I see.
Doing great.
We're doing great. We're happy.
I've been enjoying the shows and all the young talent out there. It's awesome. Yes.
Next, now, and forever. And I guess we should all say that we're doing fine.
Yeah, if anybody's asking.
Right?
Anybody asking?
Anybody asking?
I like the way
Anybody's asking.
you were sitting in the house all by yourself, and all of a sudden there's this damn party all up in your house, just like that. You know?
Television, you know what I mean? Video, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah, we didn't even see one or two people coming in. Just all of a sudden the house is full.
I like the way he was driving on the other side of the road like he was in London.
It ain't Walt Disney, it's East Disney, East Oakland Disney. You know, we just take over, right? Yeah,
that's right.
So look, when we saw you earlier, I was asking you about that platinum record over your shoulder there. What was that? What's the album for?
I think that's Kenny G. I did that song "Don't Make Me Wait for Love" with Kenny G.
Yeah.
And then I think one of them's Twister. I think him and Kanye sampled some of our music. Yeah.
They took care of you. They did you right. They did you right.
Oh yeah. Hey, that young girl that taught me about publishing did me right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I was hanging out with Larry Graham and spent the night at his house, and I wouldn't. It was kind of dark, and I didn't want to ride down the hill to my house because it had a little fog there on that windy road, and so I spent the night. And it was just me in the bedroom, right? And it had two beds in there. And then I wake up about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go home, and then there was a girl in the other bedroom. And so that's what I said. You know. And then we started talking. She started telling me about publishing and stuff I didn't even understand. And she wrote it all down. Told me you take $25 to go down there and start you a publishing company Monday, and I did, and thank God for that. Yeah, so that's
well, Lenny, that's your story, and you're sticking to it. All right, okay,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Hey, thank God I was I wasn't being carnal that night. I was looking at her intellect. Yeah,
There it is.
You got to look at a woman's intellect first, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. It'll get you
Yeah.
paid. It'll get you paid.
Yeah.
Gave you some jewels for real.
Yes.
She blessed you.
All right, so
Yeah.
tell us about Fine. Did you write that one, or how'd that one come about?
You know what? I was hanging out with Corey the poet, and he wanted me to do some singing on a song. And so he told me that Levi Caesar was producing him. So I went over to Levi's studio, and I sang the song. And I kind of fell in love with Levi's production skills. And so I said, I'd like to write with you. And so he said, okay, come over on a certain day. And I came over, and he interviewed me. I was like, it's kind of the weirdest writing session I ever had, right? He just turned on the tape recorder and interviewed me for about 2 hours. He said, okay, let's get together Thursday. So then I come back on Thursday, and he's like, man, your kids are all grown, and you put them all through college, and you got real estate, and you got your publishing, and you and your wife been married for 42 years. He said, man, you're doing fine. Let's write a song called Fine. And that's how that happened. Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
That is an uncanny writing process, but it got you to a song that really connects to your story.
Yeah, most definitely. I said that was interesting. So I said I'm gonna start interviewing people when I want to write with them. But
I know that's right.
Yeah. So
you
that
might find out some stuff.
You have a new album out?
I do have a new album out, and the album is called Fine. Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we're excited about that. We put it out right when the COVID started. So we're working on that. We got a new single out called Southern Girl, which Levi and I also wrote together, and that's doing real good. We're on the media-based charts, and we're doing real good with it. Yeah, so they keep on reordering. I got some CDs too, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's like, man, I got I'm
gonna write you a check and put that in the mail for you.
Right, I got a whole garage full of them CDs, and somebody they keep on ordering them though, but that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Plus all the downloads and streaming. I mean, it's so different now than it was when I first started out. But just got to get with it and make it happen. Yeah,
make it do what it do.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how you first started out?
Well, to be cliche-ish, I started out in church. I went to church. I grew up in, I consider myself a mutt. I started out in the Baptist church. My daddy was Baptist. My mama was sanctified. So, we kind of just move around. We'd satisfy my daddy, on the Sunday morning service. Then Sunday night, we go over to the sanctified church and play guitars and drums and stuff. And, so I started hanging out with, I grew up with Walter and Ed Hawkins and, the brother Danny, which a lot of people don't know about, and other brother Toots. And so we all used to goof around, play music. Then I used to hang out with the Stewart family, which was Sly Stone's family, and doing music. And then we go to LA and hang out with Billy Preston and Andre Crouch and stuff. So I came up in the church, and then I was a teenage preacher when I was about maybe like 19 or something like that, or maybe 18 or 19. I was a teenage preacher, and then the Black movement started, and I was at Merritt College, old Merritt College over on Grove Street. And I was walking with my books and my Bible one night, and somebody said, "Hey, brother, where you going with that Bible?" So it was Huey Newton and Bobby Seale.
Wow.
And so Huey's like, his daddy was a preacher, so he started talking to me about, about how all the Ku Klux Klan and the White Citizen Council and everybody, they all of them was supposed to be Christians. He says, do you ever think about that? And I was like, yeah. Then he took me over to the library and bought me a book called Wretched of the Earth by Francis Fanon.
Yeah.
And so I read that book, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna have to put the Bible down. And so I walked away from Christianity, but in my mind kept telling me that that God had given me this gift, which I was using in church to sing and to preach. And I said, if you don't use it, I've always been taught, if you don't use it, you'll lose it, right? And God take it from you. So I said, okay, I'm going to start singing secular music. And then Don Barksdale, who owned KDIA, owned a couple of clubs in in downtown Oakland, Sportsman's Club and the Showcase, and he had a talent show down there every Thursday. So I started going down there, and I won the talent show. And then a guy named Ray Shanklin, who was the A&R for Fantasy Records, which Fantasy was in San Francisco at that time, asked me if I wanted to make a record. And then I said, yeah. Then he took me to San Francisco, and I met John Fogerty, who but he didn't have the group Creedence Clearwater. Then he had a group called the Gollywogs. And then he started teaching me how to write songs. And then I was hanging out with Huey Lewis, and he had a group called Clover. And at that time, and then I was kind of learning how to write songs and trying to fool around with Sly a little bit, learn how to write songs. And then I just started writing, and just started hanging out. And next thing I know, it was on. Yeah.
Wow.
You did a whole lot there. Okay. You said Sly Stone, Huey Newton. Now, did you?
I grew up in Oakland. I grew up in Oakland.
You had two Hueys in your history. Huey Newton.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's got Huey Newton.
And Huey Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, right. Hey, and Huey, he was named after Huey P. Long, the Kingfish, the
Wait,
great,
which Huey?
Huey Newton.
Okay, I gotta make sure.
Yeah,
Huey straight.
I never thought about that. I had the two Hueys right there. Yeah, but Huey hated his name because he was named after Huey P. Long. He was the governor of Louisiana. He was he was a great segregationist. Yeah. But a lot of older Black people liked him because the policies that he instituted for poor whites also helped the poor Blacks. So a lot of older Black people liked him, but the younger Black people didn't like him because he said he was a segregationist. But we really look at it and say, no, you're really a racist,
Right.
Yeah. So
now listen, I knew the Black Panthers had a band. Did you happen to perform with the Black Panther band?
Oh no, they were called what was the name of that band? I kind of think
the Lumpkin.
But the Lumpkin, right? The Lumpkin, right? Yes, right. But Michael Bennett, that the kid that I wrote the "Cause I Love You" with, was part of the second wave of the Lumpkin, and my cousin Myron Williams was the drummer in for that band, the Lumpkin. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
And Huey was a great music lover. He played piano and stuff like that, and he loved music. Yeah.
He wasn't a very big man, was he? He's kind of little guy.
No, Huey wasn't a big dude, but I used to talk to him sometime about like him fighting, because he would fight, right? And he would just say, I said, well, how you do that? You to be fighting big boys, it didn't matter, right? And he would tell me how he would get his mind together and and he would transform himself in his mind and he said, I make myself as big as them,
I know that's right.
It's
Wow.
really kind of interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
You hear that, Russ? I'm about to whoop your ass when
No. Hey. I'll put my money on Russ. I'll put my money on Russ.
That's a smart man. That's a smart man.
Feeling big.
I got 5 on it.
You might need to add a third Huey, maybe Huey, Louie, and Dewey. The Dustler. Yeah, you need like 3 Hueys, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
I had a mind change right there.
All right. So tell us how. Go ahead, CJ. I'm sorry.
We're talking about the Lumpkin Band. A good friend and producer of the show, James Calhoun's father, is the one that I believe created the Lumpkin Band.
Wow. Oh
yeah. Bill Calhoun.
Yeah. The Lumpkin. Yeah.
They're major. They're very funky.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Right, tell us how you got to Tower of Power, because everybody wants to know about that.
Well, I did a record on Fantasy, right? And I'd never been in a band because I came out the church, right? I'm all about the church and everything. And so I had a neighbor, and she asked me, she said, well, Lenny, when are you going to do a show? And I was like, I don't even know a band. I don't even know how to start a band. And so she said, the mailman manages bands. And I said, really? So she introduced me to the mailman. And so he took me out to Fremont, California, and introduced me to this little band called the Motown Soul Band. And so I went out there, and about a third of the band was still still in high school, right? And so it was like the only thing I could do is play little hops and little picnics and stuff like that with them. And we had done a couple of things, and so I was like, I'm gonna have to catch y'all later when y'all grow up, right? And so I started hanging out with Larry Graham. And Larry was still with Sly, but he was working on the Graham Central Station album. But he didn't have Graham Central Station at the time. He was working on that for me and Pat, Chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then when Sly, him and Sly fell out, then he was keeping that for himself. But we have been working on those songs because I'm singing all over that first Graham Central Station album, right? And so Larry kept my voice in there. So he said, I'm gonna call this band Tower Power to come over and put some horns on it. So when they come through the door, I said, oh, these are little dudes from the Motown Soul Band. So we reconnected, and then I started writing with the band, and then eventually I became the lead singer of the band.
Nice.
Yes, you were. That was an amazing time.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into some of their songs, I mean, how many times have people said to you, "Hey, sing that you're still a young man for you," and you got to explain to them, "Well, I wasn't in the band at that time." So what do? You just go along with it, or what do you do?
Oh no, I sing it, because I sing it a lot, and then I sing it live with the band. So there's a live version of me singing it,
right?
And so so I just sing it, and I'll always at the end of it I say, Rick Stevens, whatever, you know what I mean? So that because I don't want to take credit for nobody's cooking, but but I do sing it. People request it, and so. So it's part of my repertoire when when I especially if I'm on the West Coast, when I'm down south, sometimes I'm down south, I do a show, I don't sing any Tower Power, they just want to hear Cause I Love You, some blues, and anything else I feel like singing,
You got to play What Is Hip though. What Is Hip is damn.
Man, I do that on the West Coast. Maybe like if I go to New York or DC or something like that, major cities. But down south, like you had DD on, I do a lot of that Southern soul. They got a whole genre down there. They got some. I remember the first time I went down south and I was doing that Southern soul, doing the show, and I said, "Well, who on the show with?" "Oh, you with Willie Clayton and Carl Sims, and they was naming different names." I said, "Oh shit." I just knew I was headlining, I was back there with my slippers on they said, "Oh no, you opening up the show." I said, "What?" And I was like, "Man, they got boys down there you ain't never heard of that got 600 Benzes, ranches, cows and horses and diamond rings and stuff." And they work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they got a whole genre of music down there that is Sir Charles Jones, all the people like that, and they have a whole genre of music. It's kind of mixed with R&B and blues, and they wear red suits, everything red, everything blue, everything green or pink or something. You got to if you come down with something brown on or gray, see you later. You hurry and get him off the stage. So I got a whole closet full of red, green, pink, yellow suits down there with the shoes to match and everything.
Wow.
You don't wear that at the Paramount though, right?
Sometimes a couple times I forgot and I wore it down there, right?
Oh,
Hey, and you got a whole bunch of black folks out here that's from down there.
Yeah, you in good company. Okay.
You know what I mean? So
don't let him talk to you. He got a green suit in his closet right now.
Okay, he probably wore it today.
Hey, Philmo Slim be wearing that green and that red.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I got two questions for you, Lenny, because your story is just bringing up so many things for me. So when you talk about down south and that Southern soul, is that where you got the inspiration for "Sorry I Didn't Know That Was Your Mama"?
I did, right. Yeah, it was like I would be down there singing, but I'd be singing "This Time It's Real," Tower Power, and then the people would be enjoying it, they'd be moving, but I was noticing that they didn't have that same movement that they had when Betty Wright was singing, "Clean Up Woman," or when Denise LaSalle was singing her songs, or Johnny Taylor and stuff like that. Because I was doing shows with all them, so I was like, I got to figure something out, right? And so there's a certain kind of beat they like. And then they like the songs to be a little, suggestive, a little, nasty, right? And so then one night we was playing the club, and then we would go into the dressing room, and there's a whole table full of pretty ladies, and my cousin Minor, he got to say something to him, right? And so then one of the girls like, "Don't be talking to her like that. That's my mom." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was your mama," right? And so we went to the dressing room. We started talking about the mama, right? And we said the mama had the shortest dress on, the most. She was all tatted up, had the tongue ring, and on the pole and everything. So I said, So I just started writing about it. I said, we walked in club. She walked in the club, real short skirt, low cut blouse, perfume smelling real loud. Red lipstick, long fingernails. She got on the dance floor, started shaking her tail. We started to dance. She invited me to her place. As soon as I got there, she started kissing my face. She started kissing my face. I forget the rest of it, but then I go, I'm sorry, didn't know it was your mama.
We know what happens after that.
That's like she was dancing like them girls on the video, bending all over, touching her toes. She was doing the Tootsie Roll. I hate to tell you, your mama was working that pole. And they just love it, and it's just going out there and sing that. Yeah, so all that was inspired by hanging out down, because a lot of people look at the South and they think, oh, those poor people down there, but those are people. That's our strength down there. Those are people that said, I ain't riding the back of the bus no more, and I'm going to go sit in that restaurant. So those are some real strong people. They black, they black. You know what I mean? If you and it's like if you a big girl up here and ain't nobody looking at you. You cross that Mason-Dixon line and they'll run off. They'll walk right past Beyonce to get to a 300-pound girl. You know what I mean? And be proud too. It's just,
let them know, Mr. Williams.
It's another whole thing, and going to those HBCUs and playing at their at their homecoming games and stuff. Oh man, you ain't never seen nothing like it. And everybody be in the band. I don't care if you got a body like Kelly Rowland, or if you a big girl like that girl, Precious or whatever her name was. Right? You know what I mean? They got on the major red suit, and everybody loved. Everybody nothing holds you back.
Yes,
you can have hair down your back, or you could have short hair.
Yeah,
because it's black.
Yes, sir. I like it.
And the music is something else. They do Zydeco down there. They got the little boy Tucker. He mixed that Zydeco with that R&B. And I was like, man, I'll be learning a lot down there. But my pockets stay full down there, fooling with them.
Right. Yeah. All right, let me interrupt you really quick, lady.
Come on, Tracy, let's take a trip.
Listen, big girls are
take a little trip.
First of all, Lenny, love these stories. You're hilarious. Second of all, if you guys haven't seen that video, you got to find that video on YouTube. It's hilarious. And then third of all, you do have a song, since we're talking about the South, called Southern Girl, that CJ Flash is going to play a little bit of her right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Go ahead, CJ.
This is dedicated to all the girls down south. We ain't talking about just the big cities. We talking about backyards. We talking about barbecues and Daisy Dukes.
Hey, come on. Southern girls. Southern girls. Come on, yeah. Talk about the Southern girls. Southern girls, yeah. All my friends, they've been telling me about the girls down south. Say they're fine as hell, even a blind man can tell. That's why I want one for me. Listen, 5'3", or maybe 5'8". The way it's stacked together, man, it sure looks great. You look so good, that's why I gotta stay away. Cause every time you come around, all I wanna do is pay. She bring you round, guy. Oh, you can't get enough. Don't say what you won't do with the Southern girl. Hey.
Lenny Williams, everybody, love that. Love that. Look, Lenny,
they did that video themselves. I ain't had nothing to do with that video, and it's got about 57,000 views. They just like, hey, Mr. Lenny, can they call you Mr. Lenny? Hey, Mr. Lenny, can we do a video of your song? I was like, yeah, and then they did it and put it up, and it got about 56,000 views.
All right now.
I ain't have to pay them a penny for it or nothing. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So listen, we got to wrap this up because we got another guest waiting. But tell us really quickly where we can buy your music.
Yeah, I'm on all the platforms. You know what I mean? Digital platforms. You just name them. You know, and I'm on there. And you can go to LennyWilliams.com also. And so we all over the place. Yeah.
So to ask you this too, if we do a song, if we do another show when it's called R&B Male Singers, you want to come on and be our guest for the whole show?
Oh yeah.
And we'll just talk about P.O. Bryce. We'll talk about Jeffrey
I did
Osborne.
I think something with people the other day, right? Yeah, I did his little show the other day. Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
great. That's great.
So
Well,
as
we're gonna
they say
hold you
down
to that.
south, Mr. Lenny.
Yeah, Mr. Lenny.
They are shouting you out right now. They said that they know. I'm looking at all these text messages that people are loving you right now, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
They're talking about they know your son, who's also a singer and plays. Lionel.
Oh yeah, Lionel. Yeah, he's a preacher. Yeah, I got to be nice when I'm around him. I can't cuss. And, and he was a probation officer talking about if you smoking that weed, Dad, in your room, I'm gonna lock you up. I said, I will whip you too. Oh yeah, right. I still got that belt. Yeah,
you get bigger on him like that. See?
Oh no, he's bigger than me. Yeah, right.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Better do the Huey. Do the Huey.
All right, look, before we let you go, we cannot let Lenny Williams go without playing a little bit of this song right here. Go ahead, CJ.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter what you do. And I hope you understand me. Every word I say is true. 'Cause I love you. Baby, I'm thinking of you. Trying to be more of a man for you. And I don't have much of a chance, but we gonna see it through. 'Cause I love you.
Oh man. See, that's gotta be one of my top 20 all-time favorite songs. That one and What Is Hip. I'm telling you, I love What Is Hip.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. And my boy Russ, me and Russ go way back.
That's great. That's great.
We really appreciate you being on. And again, we're gonna hold you to that male singer R&B singer show. We're gonna bring you back in a few weeks if you don't mind. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I got something to live for. Yeah.
and kind of like those Southern girls that did that video. We ain't gonna pay you nothing either. Okay. So anyway,
hey, now the Southern girls can do that, right? The Southern girls, you Southern boys, y'all got to pay up, right?
I know that's right.
Well, talk to Russell about that. So listen, you have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much.
Y'all too.
Blessing us with
and God bless all the guests on the night. And much success to all of them, and they also talented. Yeah.
We got one more, so don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah, that's my boy that would have to go home and change and everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lenny. We thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lenny.
Okay. All right. Oh, I love when you say that. Ooh, say that.
All right, Mr. Lenny. See you
later. Lord have mercy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes. I love it.
I gotta tell you, man. Hey,
I'm headed to the Dixon line myself.
Okay. Tracy, come on now.
This next show will be done south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Okay. From the Mississippi Delta.
Yo, hey, as a DJ, we hated that song because we used to get booked to play. Y'all remember Cafe Echelon?
Yes.
They used to have a male stripper night Thursday, and every stripper used that song.
I know. Really?
Every stripper. Oh my God, every stripper.
Yeah.
Tracy wasn't there. She wasn't there. She has no idea what you're talking about.
I have
Tracy's
absolutely
picture
not.
was on the wall next to Bokeem Woodbine. It was right up on the wall.
Bokeem Woodbine. Wow. When I woke up this morning, I did not think I would be hearing the name of Bokeem Woodbine.
This is stripper man, stripper. That was my.
All right. Let's bring in our next and final guest, if he is, if he's still with us out there. Amar Khalil is a former longtime lead singer of Tony. He replaced Raphael Sadiq. So glad he's with us tonight. We're going to play a little bit of one of his songs. I think this one is Be My Side. By My Side. Lenny got me all
discombobulated.
Something like that. So let's go ahead and play that, and then we'll bring my man on. Go ahead, CJ.
We made it through the years, and the love we had, somehow we kept it strong through the hurt and all the tears. Even when I felt I needed space, you were there inside my heart. And you know, if you ever go away, you tear my whole world apart. 'Cause I need you by my side. I need you by my side. Promise me to stay in my life. 'Cause I just don't know what I would do if I ever had to live without you.
Let's bring him on. This is Amar Khalil. Where you at, my man? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. How you doing? We're in the town. That
What it
voice,
do? What it
man.
do?
That voice. That sounds so good, brother. It sounds so good.
Man, I appreciate it.
How are
I
you
appreciate
doing?
that.
You been enjoying the
I'm
show?
Yeah, I have. A little bit I've seen. So it's a beautiful thing.
Okay. Well, do you know all these other people here?
Man, I know Big Russ. I know T. Anderson. I know CJ. But I don't know the young lady up on my right here.
Yeah, you're the one I don't know either. Hi, Amar, but I love your song and the video and the shirt.
I sure appreciate it. Man,
Yeah.
I sure appreciate the town representing a little bit.
That's right. All right, so tell us about that song. Is it something you wrote? Where can they find it? Just tell us all about it.
Man, okay, the song By My Side is basically a song kind of talking about the ups and downs of a relationship and really realizing that you really need that person that you were trying to push away. You really actually need that person by your side. And no matter what you're going through, that person, you realize that, hey, this is what it is. So Jamie Hawkins, son of the great late Bishop Walter Hawkins and Lady Tremaine Hawkins, Jamie and I wrote and produced that together. Jamie orchestrated that whole bad boy. He's a beast, absolute beast. And I work with Jamie a lot. I worked with him on my inspirational project that I put out a few years back. And we worked on some other stuff together. We're working on my new project together. There's so many great producers out here, but Jamie and I just have we just work good together. It's just something about it. And I get him, he gets me. Most people don't get Jamie because they think he's super weird. They do. They like, Jamie's a trip. But you just got to know Jamie.
Jamie's really gifted. He's really gifted. And actually your voice is perfect for his production. I know he did a song with Donnell Jones, and there are few guys with a tone that really fits Jamie's production, but yours really does. Yeah, it sounds good.
I appreciate that. I'm going to use Jamie for the rest of.
I know that's right.
Well, that's about the third time the Hawkins family has come up on tonight's show, and we're talking about the best of the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody's got to work with them, right? One of them, all of them, some of them.
Jamie and
his wife, Sonny Hawkins, brilliant, great gospel artist. My father actually has a song with Jamie Hawkins. He plays guitar with Jamie on a song that's really beautiful.
Yeah, I went to high school with Jamie, so he's my alumni. So I've known Jamie a long time, and he's brilliant. I remember being in the high school little theater, and he would just get on that piano and just play whatever we requested,
Right.
And he was limitless, and he's a good person. So shout out to Jamie.
Yeah, he is. Him and his he almost. I think if Jamie has one more child, it's gonna be 8 is enough over there. But I love him. Him and Sonny are just. They just beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful.
They are good people. But you're right. Jamie is a fool. And Jamie is a funny dude, and I can see where people
Daddy,
get they get the
right?
wrong impression or they don't really know him. But Jamie's a funny dude, man.
Yeah, man.
So
He
humble for
takes it all in.
so
Yeah, he
humble.
takes it all in. He takes it all in. He takes it all in before he starts talking. So he'll sit there and watch you for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just hmm. And people will look over at him like, and look back at you and go, ooh. But Jamie is surveying the land, and then he's like, I can engage in this conversation, or he's like, okay, I'm going to my room.
Good, gotta respect that. So
Yeah.
tell us, what part of Oakland are you claiming? Since everybody's claiming high school and all that kind of stuff, where you from?
Man, listen, I'm from deep East Oakland.
Hey.
109th. 109th. 109th.
The
I went
deep.
to I went to E. Morris Cox, Elmhurst, and Castlemont.
Wow.
Yeah. You were
He's
really
official.
a boy. Yeah, he's superficial, right?
Yeah. I went to school with all my Sobrani Park and Brookfield brothers.
Yeah.
Word.
11-5.
It don't get no deeper
11-5.
than that.
Were you a
No, don't get no
Castlear?
deep. Say what?
Were you a Castlear? Did you sing with the crew?
I sure was. I was a
Wow.
Castlear.
Wow.
Yeah, tell us how your music career got started.
Wow. Okay, so my uncle played piano, guitar, bass, all that stuff. He had a band, and I grew up in my grandmother's home, which was his mother. So Herschel Happiness, who was in Larry Graham and Graham Central Station, lived across the street from us. His brother, William Kennedy, who was in the Yellow Jackets, as a drummer, he was my drum teacher. So he gave me my first drum set. I had a Pearl 5-piece. He taught me how to play. Really, he taught me how to play. I won first place in a drum off at an early age, but I didn't really know I could. I didn't really know I could sing till I got to junior high school, and they had a talent show, and I would always sing around the house and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't really know that I could sing, and they had a talent show, so we all went to school together. Raphael, and all of us, and so he got in the talent show playing the bass, and I got in there singing, and I sung Bobby Caldwell's "What You Won't Do for Love."
Come on now.
And everybody went crazy. They were screaming and hollering, and I was like, "Ooh, okay." I was like, "Hold on, we got something here. We got something." And so the choir teacher was like, "Boy, how come you didn't tell me you could sing? Oh, you're gonna get in my choir next semester." Yada yada yada. So Mrs. Phillips was a choir teacher, so got in the choir. I was already in the band, playing trumpet, playing drums, and it just kind of started. It just kind of started from there, you know. We ended up putting a band together, Raphael and I, in junior high school, and we entered a bunch of Richmond talent shows that they used to have at the Richmond Auditorium, and first place. When guys were in there pop locking, doing their thing, we were the only young band up in there. So it was his cousin, Kenya, who used to be a part of Kenya Groove. It was his cousin Elijah Baker, who was the original bass player for the Tonys. The Tonys. But at the time, Elijah was playing percussions because Ray was playing bass. And so it just basically all started from there, from just singing around the house. You know, I had a bunch of musicians in our neighborhood. Natalie Cole's drummer, Ted Sparks, lived right around by us. It was so many musicians around us that, you know, that's basically how it started. Yeah.
See, that's one of the reasons why we're doing this show, the Bay Area's finest, next, now, and forever, because you named about 10 people right there that were playing music just that lived in your block or in your neighborhood or something like that. So that's
Right.
amazing. So what do we do now with the young kids now who don't have those music schools and don't have those music teachers? What do you find young people that you're working with and trying to teach them how to play actual instruments? Or what do you do when you find a talented 8-year-old?
Just encourage them, because a lot of times when you meet people like that, they're not close to you. You know what I'm saying? You might have met them on the road and somebody brought them to a show and say, "Oh, this is my nephew. He plays and sings." And so they doing sound check or something like that. They come up on stage and they play and sing, and you're like, "Oh boy, okay, nice." And so that's really your extent of it, because they might be in New York or Philly or whatever. They're here in the Bay. Everybody's kind of like really doing their own thing. I'm not really in the town anymore. I'm up in countrified Sacramento. But and I've been up here a long time now. So you just try to encourage people when you run across them. And then if they ask for help, with anything, you try to do your best to help, but that's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so now we got to make that connection because you were with the Tonys, as we mentioned. You've dropped Raphael's name a couple of times. You were with the Tonys longer than Raphael.
I wasn't trying to.
No. That's why you're here, bro. We don't want to hear about your people that you work with up in Sacramento. We want to hear about people like that. So tell us about how you since you knew Raphael as a youngster, how did you get to become a member of the Tonys when he left?
Well, I was always around from the very beginning. So when they started the group, I would go on the road with them. When they went on their first tour, I was out there cutting hair, ironing clothes, carrying equipment, whatever they needed done, because I felt like it was a family affair. And so when he left the group in '96, after the last studio album, the group was just kind of sitting, kind of like basically doing nothing. And I was at work. I was working for a water company at the time, delivering big jugs of bottled water. I won't. The company isn't in existence anymore, so I guess I can say Sierra Water Company. But I was out delivering water, so I was done with my route, and I was driving through West Oakland. So I dipped by Dwayne's studio real quick, and he was in there working on some music. So I was in there just chopping it up. So he was like, "Hey man, you feel like singing some backs on this song right quick?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a few moments." So went in there, jumped on the mic. Afterwards, he was like, "Dang man, I forgot how you and my brother got the same kind of vibe and tone in that whole thing." So I was like, right. Well, we did grow up together, so you rub off on each other. And so so then I said, "Yo, what's up with you?" He was like, "Nothing." I was like, "Nothing?" He was like, "Nah." I said, "No shows, no." He was like, "Nothing. Ever since bruh left, it's been all bad." I said, "Do people still call you?" He was like, "Yeah, all the time." I said, "Really?" I said, "Huh." So I said, "Well, if you ever want to do a show, I can make it happen. All you got to do is call me, bro, and I can fill in." He was like, "Really? You know the songs? You know the song?" I said, "Dwayne,
we all know the songs." Okay.
I was like, "Bruh." So he was like, "Oh, okay, right. My bad. So yeah, let me know." I said, "Anyway, man, I gotta go. I gotta get this truck back. I gotta clock out and all that." So it might have been 3 days later.
He called her.
Oh no.
Well, you know what that face is. You know what that face is.
Oh man. That face.
You know what it is. 3 days later.
While we're waiting on that, CJ, go ahead and play the next song from him. Then we'll wait for him to come back. Did we lose CJ too?
I ain't frozen.
You playing right.
After I'm done whooping Russell's ass, I'm gonna whoop your ass too. I'm getting big.
Oh, the chest.
Lenny Williamson encouraged me.
I had never been in love before.
But since she came in my direction, I had a change of heart. My girls, they come a dime a dozen. I fed them the things they love to hear. I never was wanting for a lover, but I never knew true love was a need. Wanna tell you, baby, girl, I'm in love with you. Sure as the sky is blue, just let me prove to you. Yes, girl, my love is true. Girl, I'm in love with you. Sure as the sky is blue, just let me prove to you. Yes, girl, my love is true.
Who do you love? The old LL Cool J song. So is he back there, Tracy?
Yes, sir.
There he is. All right,
There
there
he
you
is.
go.
My
There you
bad.
go.
3
Hey,
days
man.
later.
3 days later, right where you
Three
left off.
man, you know,
Better
I
finish
don't know.
that story.
Okay, so we were at what part did y'all hear?
3 days
What was
later.
3 days later.
Oh man, I had said a whole bunch of stuff.
Dang.
So basically 3 days later he called me and said, "Hey, we got an opportunity to do this show. It's a summer jam at Manteca Water Slides. It's gonna be with MC Hammer, SWV, I don't know why I want to say Missy Elliott, but it was a whole bunch of people on this doggone summer jam thing out at Manteca Water Slides." So he said, okay, so what we're gonna do is let me call the old cats. Let me call Carl and Jubu and Elijah and everybody and see what's happening. So I said, okay, cool. I said, so what songs we gonna sing so I can start learning the songs? So because I knew the songs, but if you got to sing them, that's a whole nother thing. You got to right. So so he gave me a list of all the songs. I said, okay, I'm on it. So he called me back and he said, hey man, they don't want to do it. I said, really? Because they asked, oh, is Ray gonna be there? And he was like, nah, Amar gonna do it. They was like, nah, we good.
Oh.
I was like, really? So I said, don't worry about it. Because Dwayne was like, well, we got to find somebody else to play. I said, don't worry about it. I got some folks. I'll call Demetrius Toll-Free, Derek Hall.
Wow.
I just started calling the cats. They was like, oh, cool. So we started rehearsing. So about maybe 3 or 4 days in the rehearsal, Elijah came to rehearsal. So he was standing in the back and he was listening. And he said, hey, dude, why y'all got Ray Voice? Why y'all got Ray Voice playing? And I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? I said, dude, that's me. What are you talking about? He was like, fuck no. He said some other stuff. So he sat back and watched when we started back because we had took a break. Then he was like, I'll be back. When he came back, he brought Antron, brought Carl, and so now they wanted to play. But we were like, we already hired the cats now, so it's all bad. So we did the summer jam. It was about 10,000 people out there. Show was off the hook. Folks was loving it. Right after that, so then they wanted to come after that. So they joined. Of course, Dwayne was going to be like, it's the original Cats. So we got Jubu, Carl, and all them. So we did a show in Sacramento. And our next show, I got to tell you this. So while I was working for Sierra Water Company, we had a delivery at the Berkeley Greek Theater. And I was walking across the stage with a dolly full of bottled waters that we had to take down to the bottom of the stage, for the artists and all that kind of stuff like that. And so my manager was with me. I had a cool manager, Phil Fisher. And I stopped on the middle of the stage and looked out over the Berkeley Greek and was like, man, I gotta play this one day. Gosh. Man, the Berkeley Greek. It wasn't a month later when that whole conversation happened with me and Dwayne, when I went by the studio, 3 days later, we start. He talks about the summer jam. After the summer jam, we do a show up here in Sacramento. We get a call to do the Berkeley Greek Theater. It was the last show. Well, we did the show with Rick James and Roger Troutman, and it was the last show that did before he died.
Wow.
And we opened up for Rick James and Roger Troutman and Zap. And so it was just like a month earlier that I had walked across the Berkeley Greek talking about I gotta play this one day.
Wow.
And it came to fruition. And it was funny because Rick James had we had such a great show that night. We had a great show. When we got off the stage and Rick James performed, he said, okay, mother. He said, okay. He said, okay, you little niggas got me tonight. Y'all got me tonight. Oh, but I'm gonna get you next time. So then we had a show in Houston that came up because shows started rolling in. We had a show in Houston. After Houston, we had a show in Denver, Colorado with Rick James, and we opened up for him. Opened up for him. When he went on stage, that was the night he had a stroke. And when he had a stroke on stage, and when they were helping him off the stage, he stopped because we were all on the side of the stage. And then when we saw that he was kind of messed up and he got off stage, we were all back at the bottom of the ramp. He looked over at us because they brought the ambulance came and they was about to put him on it. He looked over at us and said, oh, I got you motherfuckers tonight. Oh, I got and so, you know, it was absolutely beautiful, man.
It sounded like a Dave Chappelle skit, man.
Yeah, so that was the start of my first maybe 5 or 6 shows with the Tonys, and I did that for 20 years, man. 20 years.
Wow.
Amar, you said that was his last show. That was Rick James's last show. And
no, it was Roger Troutman's last show at the Berkeley Greek Theater.
Got it.
His brother shot him right after that.
My God.
Yeah.
And then how much longer after that did Rick pass away?
Oh, it was a while because that's when his health started. After that first stroke. But it was
his last live show was at the at Cal State. Was it Cal State East Bay?
Yeah, I think San Jose State. San Jose State was it there?
No, it was
I saw him in San Jose State with Tina Marie, and he was in really bad shape.
That was the last.
Yeah, I think I saw him there. Yeah. I met him and his daughter one time, and she's all over the Instagram now too. So, but anyway, back to you, Amar. So listen, so you got music that you've been working on your own now. You solo now. And what you got?
Yeah,
you told me earlier you got a new thing you're working on.
Yeah, well, I kind of got a couple things that I'm kind of working on. So after my departure from the Tonys, Elijah had wanted to do. He had wanted to do this documentary. And so he put this documentary together, Loyalty, No Royalty. And, I was a part of it. I made sure that I kept my story nice and even. Didn't really want to get on top of nobody's head, but they kind of expressed some things, all the past members, the original band, about their experience in that whole thing there. So from that, we did a song for the documentary called Trading Places. And so that's when we decided to put the group together called 3TOB, which is short for Tony 3TOB original band. So we Places. Then we put out another single, Never Gonna Give You Up. And so we got a Christmas song that we're getting ready to drop on Thanksgiving. We did This Christmas Over. kind of went, we kind of the song in another direction, you can hear the quartet kind of vibe up in there, but I think we did a pretty good job on that, if I must say so myself. So we did that. So I'm working on that, and then I'm working of course, on my solo project stuff. And then I've always been into acting, done theater and things like that. So right before COVID shut everybody down, I had an opportunity to do a movie with Regina King. And she cast me as a bass player in the movie. It's not a huge part, but it's one nonetheless. And so my guy, what's his name? Leslie Odom Jr., who was in you guys probably know him. He was in
Hamilton.
Hamilton and all that. So he plays.
Are you talking about
plays
One Night in Miami?
Yeah, one night in Miami.
Yes.
And so I play his. So basically he's playing Sam Cooke.
You're in the band.
And I'm in his band, and I'm playing his bass player. And so I have a little pivotal little role because some things happen. I can't really give it up, but some things happen, and so he has to have some dialogue with me. And so yes, I am.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations.
That's a good start. Yes.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So look, we just got about 3 or 4 more minutes left before we got to go. So tell us whatever you need us to hear.
Oh wow. I don't know. God is good. How about that?
Hey,
how about
that's
that?
right.
How about that? I mean, I'm not here to really puff myself up. I appreciate the love and the recognition and all of that, man. I'm just grateful to be in another moment, from day to day. And so I'm truly blessed to be able to still have a voice, to be able to do music. I got the new single I'm getting ready to release. I kind of put a little teaser together, had my homeboy come over to the house, and we filmed something right here in my foyer. And it's out like a video now, and everybody's talking about love the new video, but that's not really the video, but it might have to be because people are digging it. But Jamie and I worked on that song as well, wrote and produced that. It was actually a song that Jamie had that he had did a while back, but then when we started revamping, then I changed the hook, I changed some other stuff, and we got in there and worked it out. Jamie's a G. And so I got the new song, You're the One for Me, that's getting ready to drop, and it's going to be on all your music platforms. And right before that, I did a remake of Bernard Wright's Who Do You Love? And that's on all music platforms. Spotify, all that stuff. So I'm just taking it one day at a time, man, and I don't mean to say this because I know people try to say sound spiritual or whatever. I am really, truly, truly, truly asking God to lead the way. So whatever happens, happens.
That's right.
So
It's nothing but good things. Well, I appreciate you coming on with us. I know that you had reached out to me via Facebook. I'd never actually met you officially. This is the first time we actually looked at each other face to face. So I'm glad you were watching the show and appreciate what we're trying to do. And you really added to it tonight. So we're going to have you come back when that song comes out for real, for real.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Definitely, man.
Okay, spend a little more time with Sacramento. You better claim that town, brother.
Yeah, some good stuff out of Sac.
The rent is a whole lot better up there,
No, listen. It's some dope artists up here. When I tell you, like I mean, DOA comes from here.
Derek Allen, Robert Brooklyn.
He had Robert Brooklyn, rest in peace. That was my boy. DOA has the #1 song on the billboards right now with Kim. He did Kim's latest and greatest new single. And he did Joe's last album. DOA is a beat.
Derek is doing it.
Yeah.
All right, Sacramento.
Sacramento ain't playing. They're not playing.
Look, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Man, yes, sir.
And we will see you again very, very soon. And like I said, for real, when the record's ready to drop, you hit me up and we'll get you back in here.
Indeed, man. I love
you, brother. It was hard for me not to call you by your
Big
government.
Russ.
It was hard for me not to call you by your government. This whole thing, man.
I already know you. I already know. You know, but you know, it's all good. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, well, we'll do.
I think his name might be Will. I'm just saying.
I think his name is Wade.
I didn't say nothing.
All right. Well, you have a good night, brother, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Okay.
Man, much love to all y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace, you too. Bye.
All right.
All
so
right
that's
now.
it. That's part 2.
Wow.
Bay Area's finest next now forever. Part 2. So we
So
got to
many
go part
people
3.
out there.
I know.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
That was nice,
So many-
man. That was a good job.
Yeah. CJ Flash, Tracy Anderson, as always, fantastic job. Ryan Nicole, you know everybody. Russ, you know all of them too. Fantastic
Yeah, you
job.
do, Russ. That's the secret.
I don't know.
Okay, here's a little connection. I do know Lenny Williams. I went to school with his daughter from elementary all the way to high school. But I didn't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to. But yeah.
All right. So let's go around the horn real quick and tell us what you're going to do for the next couple of days, and we can get out of here. Because again, Onyx has to go. CJ's mama got to go.
Yes.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. All right. So Ryan, let's start with you first. Go ahead.
You know, right now I'm just celebrating our Grammy-nominated folks from the Bay Area. Shout out to Fantastic Negrito, Ambrose Akumurse. There's so many people on the list that are Grammy-nominated. The list just came out today. So I'm just celebrating that for the next couple days.
Nice. Russell Gaywood, my neighbor across the street, Breezy Jones, said that she wanted to join you on that ham bone competition that you were talking about last week.
She
So
is
how
not
did that
ready.
go?
She is not ready.
She said she can do it. So how did it go for you?
Not ready. It didn't work out too well for your neighbor Breezy.
Okay.
He went out in the first round of the round robin. Didn't make it.
So you guys got a show on Friday, or are you taking a holiday off?
No. No rest for the wicked, bro. We are playing on Friday, and we can't wait to be part of everybody's holiday weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend Thursday with my mother and hang out and be thankful and grateful and love on her all day long, and then Friday it's time for the extravaganza. Go back in the lab, and I don't know what. Every week CJ has something new cooked up, and there's cameras everywhere. It sounds great. He does. I think this week he's going to add scratch and sniff to the show. I don't know what he's going to do.
Listen, I love it.
I like it on Twitch. I love watching it on Twitch. No mistakes. All right, so Tracy, now your turn, because another friend said that they wanted to hear about that breakdancing thing you were doing on the corner in Berkeley. You talked about it last week.
Listen, we are charging classes. You want to learn how to pop lock?
Okay.
Rock and roll, any of that. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, that's how I met CJ back in the day,
Okay.
When I had pigtails back in the day. I think he might have been strutting and popping. Look, he's strutting right now. Look, I saw you strutting.
There he is.
Electric Kingdom. That's how I met CJ back in the day. I mean, so our hip hop roots go way, 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 way back.
Way back.
But as for me, tomorrow I'm going live on my Instagram at Plush Life Media. So you are more than welcome to come and join me. We are going to be kicking off a series for the single ladies. And so it's called the Single Lady Survival Kit.
Oh, wow.
And so during these, these COVID times, we want to know how to do, our skincare. We want to keep up our skincare routine, even though we're in the house, So I have a very celebrated makeup artist and beauty expert. Her name is Cindy Watson, excuse me. And so she's going to be joining me tomorrow. And she's the head makeup artist at IT Cosmetics. And so she sent me some amazing products that I'm going to be implementing tonight and tomorrow morning. And so that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Plush Life Media Instagram. So that's what's up. Our married
shout out to all those beautiful pictures that you take and put on Instagram. You take some beautiful pictures, girl.
Well, thank you kindly.
You wake up dropping beautiful pictures. 8 in the morning.
Listen, coffee, selfie. It all goes together.
Okay. All right. CJ Flash.
Yeah.
You're final. You're the one. Your turn. What you got?
Oh man, we Friday. We're looking forward to Friday. As Russ mentioned, we got cameras all over the place. This week, I actually hooked up a light bright to the screen. So we're gonna put a little light bright.
Okay. Okay.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Listen, light bright. I used to have a light bright. I miss the light bright.
I love the light bright.
I'm not impressed, bro. If you said spirograph, I'd have been impressed. Would you?
Well, the spirograph is
right,
neat, but they didn't make that electric. See,
That's
light
next
bright is
week.
electric, so I can plug it
Nice.
into the system.
Nice.
I'll be prepared.
Well, the rumor is, according to the lady who lives upstairs with me, is that on Thanksgiving Day, we're gonna be out in my new backyard making s'mores over the grill.
Oh wow!
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Take
This is
Can I
what she
come
said.
and wear a mask?
Yeah, you can come and take my spot if you want to, but marshmallows. Okay, I'm coming, babe. Yeah, marshmallows, chocolate, and graham crackers. Whose idea was that? But we're gonna do that.
That
And,
sounds romantic.
It does.
does it?
I think being volunteer. Come on, it's a simple thing.
Okay, all right.
You're welcome,
All right.
Sherry.
S'mores it is on Thanksgiving Day in between football games. But yeah, okay, so thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, another great show. Next week, I've got a big guest lined up for us. I wonder if I should say it.
No, don't.
No, just wait. But the next 2 weeks, we got some big guests lined up for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this show. It was the Bay Area's finest. Next Now and Forever, Part 2. More of that to come. Let us know what you thought. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving. Love to you all. Bye-bye.
Peace, y'all.
Away to get away. Ha 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 ha. You're wearing out your shoes. Look at you fooling you, making blues of night and day. Hee 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 hee. You're stretching out